Everywhere I go, I get questions, hey Ian, what about this? What about that? What would you do? What would Ian do? That kind of thing. I think it's appropriate to just take some fan questions and also just respond to a bunch of things that I've heard over the years.
Okay, Ian. Russ Randall, Watertown, New York. I noticed your early builds were more about the look. Have you found as you've gotten older that comfort plays more of a role in your builds?
I gotta say, it may appear that I'm going for comfort and usability a bit more, but that is not true. Function always follows form, so it's fashion forward all the time. What's the end game? What's your ultimate plan for this fine machine?
The end game, I'm going to use it as a fully self-contained all-terrain motorhome when I want to go camping and or four-wheeling.
Anywhere.
And pretty much anywhere if it'll fit.
I see. Each project has its own direction. So for example, that giant 10-ton truck, the fella's physical condition was a concern, his ability to get in and out of it. Oh yeah, there it is now. Put in a request. Most of the time it just starts with an idea of something that's available, a certain car or truck, whatever. And then, well, how could I really twist it? I have to constantly remind myself of that because that's the thing. Otherwise I'd just be restoring cars to someone else's standard. It's working. It's working. Keep it in, keep coming. 6 inches. Oh, drop it. Everything seems like it fits good. I must say, I am getting softer in my old age, for sure. Maturity does have its benefits, but I still like the radical stuff. That's the thrill of the whole thing for me, is just making the impossible look possible. Just being open to just anything goes. We couldn't do an Ask Ian episode without responding to the #1 question of all time. It's, Ian, where's your dog? I gotta say, he's the most opinionated, loving animal I've ever met. Not named the shop inspector for nothing. It's like a Rolodex of specs that you have to adhere to. A stickler for detail. Like you can't go to the pet store and order one of those. He just showed up. You can smell it, it's very old. Don't you think? He's disinterested. It's just a crazy thing. This is the least passionate I've ever seen this dog. He's supposed to be supportive, man. That's what a relationship's about. He's giving me the silent treatment. I didn't know what I was up for, He walked into the shop and just started running things. You cool with that? We're just gonna cut off the rocker panel. I'm just gonna cut the rocker panel off and make a new one. I know exactly what this dog's thinking. Oh yeah, I'm a one-trick pony. I do the tilt slide nose on too many projects, right? Hey, the board meeting's over here.
Yeah,
This
over
side.
here.
Come on, check this out.
What do you think? Oh, maybe he's afraid you're gonna use his dog dish again.
You're threatening to run away from home? It's a hobo stick with a bag thing. Riviera, 65, lowrider. You know the shop, you know Victor. Dun, 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 dun. Oh, see that? This is a first. Usually the shop inspector is the harsh critic, the stink eye. He comes in and he's all tongue. He's like, yeah, this is on. That is the lick of approval. He's into lowriders. Every once in a while, he's gotta be doing something for me, I am the one keeping his belly filled. Canine dog chore coat. Oh boy, this is classy. You're looking good, man. And this dog seems to be digging his new gear, but I'm loving it even more, This is perfect. This is like a walking tool chest. Like a pack mule. Look at this. This is epic. Bring your tools. We got work to do. It's all right there. It's mobile. Toss it a treat every now and then. As long as it doesn't fall asleep, it's right by your side. Oh, but wait, there's more. This is the crazy thing about living with this animal, is he's got a bigger fan base than I do. Check this out. You are the luckiest dog in the world today. Look at it. I don't get beds or jackets in the mail. What's going on here? I'm doing all the work, he's getting all the credit. You look relaxed. As he started to grow up, it's like all of a sudden he's not the little puppy anymore. He's just kind of like, hey, maybe he needs a companion. There's a new kid in town, wouldn't you say? I thought it was about time to get shop inspector some companionship. I got another stray pit, a rescue, and I think she'll be the perfect companion for the inspector. They've been together for one day and they're like old buddies. That was one of the things, you know, dude was maturing, he was wanting to just lounge around a lot. By bringing Lil in, half his age, it kind of perked him up. All of a sudden he was bouncing around like a puppy again. He needs to lighten it up a little. This is a fun shop, no more arguments. Just keep it on the level. You know, a little lady action in the room might help things out a little. Being out in the desert, you know, with this much expanse, 2 inspectors just didn't seem to be enough. I needed someone that was really gonna walk the fence and keep things in check. But there's kind of a new sheriff in town. This is Thurston. He's a sulcata tortoise. He's 22 years old. Hey, you, with the shell. All-terrain tortoise. Look at that form. This new guy, he kind of dominates everything. He does what he wants and no one has anything to say. Definitely wise beyond his years. He's got old DNA, I'll tell you what. That's pretty much all he does. Hey, watch that chomper. He's not as well-rounded or complex as Dude and Lil. His whole life revolves pretty much just around chomping food and walking the perimeter of the property. And he doesn't have a heck of a lot to say, which is fine by me. Strawberry? Yes, please. So he could double his size and he could live to almost 100, 150 years old. You know, I'm not saying that I'm gonna become the tortoise king or anything, but Ian Exotic sounds pretty fulfilling.
Okay, I'm gonna try this again. This is a 50 model Studebaker that was cut in half. I've got a 56 Ford cab back on it, chopped the windshield. I have confidence in what I do out here because of watching you. I have adopted your mantra of cut it up first and then put it back together. And I really enjoy the confidence that your show has instilled in me. Thanks for making a little guy like me think he can do some things.
I gotta say, I had not even considered the concept of confidence. I've always considered it like reckless or fearless or something in that direction, but whatever it is, yes, it's critical to actually just jumping in and getting going on every project. More times than I can count, and usually with the help of an adventurous client, I've got myself into a pretty sticky situation.
I want the top to be about this high.
Jack threw a total curveball at this project. I was thinking of wild paint schemes, you know, and he's talking about cutting this thing apart. It's a pretty good looking truck like it is, man.
I know.
Sure you don't want to just start on another one? This is
No.
My friend Jack had this awesome Econoline pickup, and he just wanted to take it to the entire next level, like not even looking like a Ford product at all.
It was chopped 4 inches already, and he liked that, but I had other ideas. I have some drawings here.
Well, the thing about confidence is that's built, right? That's earned, that's something that's been practiced. So you go in for something on the first time, like cutting up this truck, I consider that a bit reckless. Cut it up. Most people probably wouldn't cut up a perfectly good Econoline pickup truck like that. But you know, that's where the reckless part comes in, and the confidence is knowing that you can have a tow truck take it away if it doesn't work out. It's total loss, all the insurance. Jack, how do you feel now that I just cut your whole truck in half?
I don't know.
When Jack first approached me, I'm like, yeah, okay, we could probably do just about anything. I didn't realize that we were going in that deep on such a really, in my opinion, finished project. So yeah, it kind of spun me a little bit.
Okay, now we flip it over and cut the sides.
I've never done this before. That's the most critical thing, is to just stay focused on one thing. If you look at the broader picture, you can get kind of scrambled. And I just pick one thing, stick it, and then move on. He's doing the dance, it's raining, planets are aligning. It's gonna be a good project.
Everything's lined up. Look at that, oh man.
That's a radical freaking chop, man.
This is gonna be great.
Jack's got a lot of crazy ideas, and I like it.
I've been wanting to build this thing ever since I saw the car back in the 60s. You know, it sat around for so long, and I'm thinking, well, maybe this will never happen.
The most important thing is somebody gonna fit in here? Hop on in there, sir. Thing's tight.
Where's my head? Is it too high?
Yeah. Him and I are just good friends, so we're just goofing off and, hey, you know, do I like being reckless with my friends' possessions? Maybe. So it was a pretty entertaining experience. Like, we weren't faking that. We're gonna make a blade right here, and you're gonna sit into position, and we're gonna take that much off.
Just like I'm
It's gonna fit
getting an
perfect.
autopsy.
Right, it's gonna be perfect. It's entirely important to have fun while you're doing this stuff. I like to do something fun to pay the bills, you know? It's like, I could just be doing something I hate. Instead, I chose this. I love building cars. Why make it a problem? Take a look. Tell me what's wrong.
Nothing's wrong.
What?
Just keep doing what you're doing.
I'm feeling pretty good with the rear of the roof, and then Jack shows me these taillights he wants to use.
I found them at the junkyard.
I think that's the biggest draw to my clients, is that I can see things right through to the end, even at the beginning stages. So sometimes people are a little spun, like, what are you looking at? You know, you're holding up a piece of tape and thinking about something, but it's like, no, I see what it looks like when it's painted. Being able to do something like the taillights on Jack's truck, or, you know, maybe the rear window detail, you know, make it all mine. You know, that's what people are asking for more and more.
Whoa.
Hey.
Whoa. I was shocked. I thought it was going to be good, but it's spectacular. I'm elated. Beautiful. Jesus.
That is a confidence building exercise, because every time I do something and people respond to it, it's like, oh, all right, they like me. They really like me.
For years, I'd been thinking about this truck. After he painted it, I couldn't believe it. All those little extra things that Ian pushed for have turned out to be perfect.
Yeah, you know, the big takeaway from this was, it's like, this was entirely the client's concept, and, you know, I pulled it off. Couple good ideas from me, couple good ideas from Jack, and just a lot of reckless confidence. Worked out perfect. Met a lot of really interesting, cool people and made a bunch of good friends along the way. One of my best pals for a long time was a fellow named Kai. Unfortunately, brain cancer took him just last year, but we did a lot of really cool projects together while he was with us. Consummate biker guy, right? His whole life revolved around Harley-Davidson motorcycles and the culture.
I've been with Easy Riders or Paisano Publications for going on 30 years. As an editor, as a writer, as a photographer. It's all about motorcycles. I get to ride brand new bikes almost every day.
Kai was one of my early supporters. I mean, I was just the guy in the garage building these weird cars, and he had this magazine opportunity, and we started working together because of that. He gave me a column in the magazine. He featured a lot of my work, and in return, I was able to, you know, help him with some dream projects of his own.
Well, you know my 58 Sportster?
A little worse for wear. What's going on with this thing? Kai brought me in on one of his prized possessions, you know, this old school Sportster, and that was his thing. He's like, yeah, this bike is iconic. Don't go putting any of your weird stuff on it. So, you know, I'm always looking to roust Kai a little, so as a joke, I go over to my buddy Gary's place, because I know he's got this stash of old water filter canisters, and I think it'd be perfect for this project. Kai walks in, and it's like a beeline, straight to his bike.
Oh, there it is. Wow.
And the first thing his eyes go to is that oil tank. I'm just sitting back, waiting for the response.
I really like the oil tank, man. This looks really cool.
Kai's first reaction was that I went to a swap meet and picked up an old chopper oil tank or something. But upon more developed conversation, it's a little canister that holds a water filter for like a purification system. He was slowly eased into the fact that I took some junk water filters and welded them together.
It's kind of weird because I told him I didn't want any junk on my bike, and then he basically put junk on my bike. But I gotta admit, I mean, he did a good job. It looks great. Check this out. This is
That's
cool.
your little filler. I'll polish that so it's just aluminum color.
Yeah. Knowing Ian, I kind of figured he'd come up with something like that. Damn, looks good.
And that's the thing, you know, everybody thinks motorcyclist, right? So somehow he ends up with this trike project, completely disinterested in it. And I'm like, whoa, there's the gold.
There was this one deal, the guy had all kinds of junk lying around and he wanted to get rid of this trike, but he just tossed it in with whatever bike I had bought at the time. And I didn't really want it because I don't like trikes too much. Like I said, I don't know anything about it. This is not my thing, you know? So I don't have a lot of faith in this project at all, to tell you the truth.
I see this as real potential. And I think I'm gonna try to prove something to him. He's trying to get rid of some junk and I'm gonna show him the real deal.
Well, yeah, take it. Get it the hell out of here, man.
Very cool, man. I will. That was the spice of our relationship, right? Because like, look, hey, I'm the clown, da da da. And he's like, yeah, all right, clown. Have fun with that. It's a long walk back from Kai's. Watch it, beast. Even though Kai was very particular about his motorcycles, when I had all these crazy cartoon ideas, he was very open-minded to my shenanigans.
What the hell? This is not anything like I saw.
No.
It's pretty amazing. I mean, he got rid of the whole front end, the whole front part of the frame and created a whole new frame. The whole thing just looks nothing like I expected at all. This is crazy, man.
Crazy?
I wouldn't mind writing this. Leave it to Ian. He comes up with this stuff, and I see total potential for this thing now.
You know, in the end of it, I think both of our input really led to a good result. You know, he was trying to keep it like really conservative, old school. You know, I threw some weird things in the mix, and you know, he liked it. Kai was a naysayer to the trike thing, and now here he is, he's driving 80 miles out on his new trike just to check out the scene. Yeah, I feel super fortunate to have spent that much time with Kai. It really satisfied him to have that Sportster in particular.
Sounds great, man. I love it. I love the way it looks. I just love the way it looks.
We got both bikes out here, they're running good. Just like I did with the trike, Kai came around, doing it the same thing with this Kawasaki.
So what happened, Kai? You resorted to riding the Kawasaki?
I'm not Kai, I'm his twin brother.
You look good on that thing, dude.
Don't even publish that.
Doing projects with clients that are friends in particular, you know, that's the biggest charge of it all. The opportunity for me, a kid who grew up in New York, to move to California and meet the editor of Easy Riders magazine and just be like, hey, let's work together. I mean, you can't make that stuff up. I could not have hoped to meet a better guy in working with Kai. One thing I get asked all the time is like, what's up with Victor? Like, is he that crazy? The answer is, kinda.
Sato, I'm a Sato guy, if you could tell by my car.
It's kind of like his alter ego, right? So like when Victor and I are together in the shop, the fantasy Victor reveals his face. See, that's one thing that car building provides both Victor and I, is this chance to really just get loose, right? You know, he's a structured businessman, he's successful, so it has its parameters. But with his own spare time, his projects, he gets to go free. Victor is nonstop about wanting this bubble top. He's chewing my ear off about it. And I'm thinking the quickest way to get there is to use one of our old projects. We got this old T-Bird, never got finished. I think it'll be a perfect candidate. Just putting a little bit of air pressure in it.
Ian just strategically putting the air in and heating it up, and I walk up and I said, Ian, crank it up, let's take it to the limit.
Yes, Captain, taking it to the limit, as requested. That didn't work. Yeah, the bubble top project was really just more of a challenge. It's like, hey, let's see if we could actually inflate one of these things and then build a car around it. I think that's the top. I think that's the right bubble for this car. That's perfect. It's perfect. Yeah, that's all I needed to see, was that this bubble top thing was a success, right? As soon as we got that part of it, it was just open season on any idea.
Don't look at it the way it is now. look at it as us changing it into the ultimate party vehicle.
Party barge.
Yes.
Now we're getting somewhere.
You know what? And I had visioned as this thing in my dream.
Nightmare?
Flow, no, it was no nightmare. It was like a vision. I mean,
All I could say is all of these projects with Victor are just one big envisioning exercise. You're talking about diamond in the rough, and that's a hard sell.
do you need glasses or something? Look at that thing.
Right. The one thing I know about Victor, the principal element in his design theory is he's a man that likes enhancements.
Isn't that beautiful?
That is. I recognize that nose. What's going on with the rest of this thing?
Well, I had another vision. After we seen the truck and we stripped it, I said something doesn't feel right. So I said, hey, I got 1, 2, 3, 4 Lincoln Zephyrs.
Yeah.
Why don't we put a Zephyr front end on this thing? You could cut up anything you want and make it work.
Believe it or not, between me and Victor, I am the voice of reason. These are two totally different vehicles, obviously. The door jamb to the grill front is way bigger than that truck. I think that this is physically wider and the truck is taller.
But like everything you've ever done for me, you've made it work. So what's the difference about this situation?
This is a complete cut, refabricate, and figure it out moment. The only way to fix that is with a saw. If you're looking for something different, you just gotta do different things, bottom line. You know, putting this Zephyr nose on the pickup truck, challenging, yes. A lot of modifications, sure. Even if you're unsure of the end result, you just gotta act like you already did it. You gotta fool yourself sometimes. That looks like a Zephyr truck, for sure.
Wow. It looks better than I pictured it in my mind. I mean, it's a shark coming at me. I mean, you're looking at the front of the Titanic coming towards you, man. That is called the Zephyr Cruise Liner.
You know, Victor has his enhancements, but, you know, I also have mine. I'd like to seal these doors up completely, just like I sealed the hood. You want a boat, right? You ever seen a boat with doors in it?
Not yet.
Yeah. You just step right in, right? You come up. This is your walkway. What's more natural than that? So you get in the boat, right? Like this.
You got
It's
it
perfect.
right there.
It feels natural.
The Titanic.
Something like that. It's not like we one-up each other, but we definitely feed off of each other's ideas and energy.
Well, if we do that, then we need a boat windshield if you're going that crazy. That's a brilliant idea. We have to cut this out, start from the front here where it lifts up right here and angle it back with the windshield.
I get that question all the time, like how many times does Victor change his mind? How many times does he revisit the same territory and improve on it?
Just a little bit more that way. Actually, a little less like, and you know what? It might be okay. Let me look at it. Yeah, this one has to go straight with the seats, so it just gotta go.
I can't answer that question, but it goes on and on. Without Victor's input, my career wouldn't be where it is, bottom line. He's the man that's pushed me to do all this crazy stuff again and again. So yeah, hats off to him.
I kind of do things as a joke. I said, I'm gonna put a Zephyr on a Chevy pickup, just kind of threw it, just a thought came into my mind. And for you to achieve it and put it into proportion, this vehicle looks like it came out of the factory like that. I've already seen a lot of older people saying, oh yeah, Zephyr Cruise Liner, I remember that.
So I guess the answer to that question is yes, I like enhancements. At the end of the day, you know, enhancements are really what building a custom car is all about. You know, this was a real challenge, but you know, seeing people's response in the end, that's what makes it all worthwhile. I mean, couple risky moves, couple bold choices. I think it worked out for the best. One huge question that comes up all the time, it's like, Ian, like, who do you look up to, right? Like, who are your mentors? One of the big ones, of course, Mr. Gene Winfield, the icon of the industry at this point in his life. Gene Winfield is one of the old school custom car guys. He's been doing this since the 50s. He's been there, he's seen it all. And if I need some advice, he's the go-to guy.
I started very early. I started my first shop in late '46. I've been going ever since, and I just keep going because I love it. I like to create things. I like to make things different. Every vehicle is a challenge, a little bit of a challenge, and I like to jump in there and make it happen.
The first time I met him was about 18 years ago. Him and George Barris were walking around. He saw one of my cars at the show, and he's just like, the heck is that thing? Who's this guy? It's just two guys at a parking lot walked up to me, like, you're that dude. I'm just one guy in the world, and Gene Winfield's like, oh, hey, come over to my shop, check this out.
June of '53 was the second issue, and I'm on the cover right there.
The only word to use is time capsule and cool. So that's 3 words. But either way, it's a pretty rad spot. It's got a lot of history, a lot of nostalgic toys, clothes, furniture, everything. And he's even got a Star Trek room.
This is Captain Kirk's chair, yes. It was in the Enterprise.
Just seeing Gene's shop and all of his projects, it really gets me charged up. I mean, I want to build some cool stuff, and just seeing people who really push your brain to the next level, this is a great experience. That's really the whole inspiration for my project, was seeing you and your team pull this off down at Rich's shop.
Yeah. I built the Pacifica originally for Ford Motor Company, 1962 and 3, and it went in the Ford Custom Car Caravan all over the U.S. So then I wanted the engine under glass, so I built a mold, and I changed the mold 2 or 3 times until I had it just right, and then it worked out pretty good.
Over the years, having conversations, you know, it's like, hey, could I ask your advice on this? You know, we worked on the bubble top together, worked on Jack's truck, a number of other things, and you know, he's just always been really supportive and really receptive. Gene's given me the whole spiel, A to Z, and it's really helping me out.
It's the only way you can do it.
Okay.
It takes hours and hours, but
I had a feeling it's a lot of work,
Yes.
but we're gonna give it a shot. You never know. Thank you.
Right. You're welcome.
Well, one of the things I've learned most from him and respected most is just his patience. You know, he has a way of communicating that really like reinforces, you know, your intent. Where he's like, yeah, you might run into trouble here, kind of thing. It's like, one time when I did this, this is what happened. So, you know, kind of look for that. He speaks like the master, like he has been there and seen and done it all.
Here we go.
He demystifies stuff really quick. He's like, look, here's exactly how you do it with your hands.
I'm gonna slowly put pressure.
So that is shrinking it.
Done.
Perfect fit. Gene is 93, right? And he's just so passionate. He's so charged up. I mean, literally, he's calling me from his bed. Ian, I just had this idea about this. This is what you gotta do to that car, kind of thing. I can't wait to paint it, get it over here. And I'm like, man, I'm just turning the corner on 50 and I'm already worn out. How's he do it? A career spanning 50 years is pretty impressive, but to be 93, it's like, wow. He's never stopping with his work, but you know, for me to be a part of that, that's like a real honor. So I guess it's up to my expectation for the future, if I can hang in there. My favorite thing about this career is the clients, the variety. You know, some of them like the crazy off the wall stuff. Some of them are a little more conservative, but it's always pushing me in a new direction. Wait a second. Chevrolet parking lot in the International compound?
Chevrolet.
Wow. My friend Bill had a classic 54 Chevy pickup, and we've done enough projects that I know him well. He likes custom, but not too far out.
When I saw this, it reminded me so much of when I was a kid raised on a chicken farm, and we had one very similar to this. I have really great memories of it. You can do whatever you want as long as we can keep this fine green paint.
It's kind of a strange request, but if that's where your head's at, I can accomplish that for you.
Okay.
On the flip side of that, other clients would come at me with this concept that even I wouldn't believe.
What's up, man?
What's happening? What have you gotten yourself into this time? My friend Stone is the polar opposite of Bill. Stone can't get enough of the crazy, right? So he comes to me with a project that doesn't even resemble a car or even much of a vehicle at the end.
It's a big bus. but it's gonna get bigger. Second deck, all the way front to back, but it's basically a floating island.
Like a cruise ship.
Oh, it's a total cruise ship. Add wings to each side.
You're saying wings, but it's actually a dance floor? Or?
Listen, I already got it, man, it's done. 2 bars, DJ booth right here. It's a themed out thing. Like Headhunter, a lot of skulls, little bamboo, tiki stuff. Somehow you need to figure out to take a 50-foot island that folds into itself and then folds out for probably one of the biggest festivals ever held every year in the middle of the desert.
I don't even know what to say. It's like, okay, I'm in. I love ideas that don't even seem possible, and I don't know how to achieve that on such a large scale. I'm like, whoa, all right, now we're getting into it.
The idea of mine is that this is all module, but it's permanent. Right. There's no like, oh, we gotta bolt this on, we gotta put this on.
Gotcha.
None of that, just literally fold out, ready to go and drive. Make it look easy.
Stone is telling me that the wings not only fold up for transport, but when they fold down, they have wheels under them. In other words, the bus drives around completely folded out. That's way bigger of a task than a static stage. The ideas just kept coming. You know, Stone was just getting warmed up on this first consultation. He had big plans. Such a variety of clients requires me to wear a lot of different hats. You know, I have a different personality with everybody. Okay, these are the keywords. Subtle, and it looks like it was never changed.
That's the one.
I'm all grown up. I'm not talking about male slot back window. I know what you're looking for. It's gonna be just the right shot.
You're getting grown too.
I'm also giving you a good sales pitch. You just let me be, you're gonna come back and be amazed. It's proven, it's documented. I have a history of going a little too far on a lot of occasions. And now I'm here to prove that that doesn't always have to be the case. I've changed my middle name.
Yeah.
It's Ian Subtle Roussel. It's gonna be fine. Really thinking about this chop and what Bill likes, you know, it was a real challenge for me. I didn't want it to look like every other chop top. I didn't want it to look like too weird. Now it's not that flat top baseball hat. See how the drip rails in the windows, they're just going just a little bit. That's a good call, Ian. I'm glad you did that. Thanks, Bill. By only taking out 1.5 inches in the front and 1 inch in the back, it didn't mess with the angles too much in a way that almost no one would understand how it was cut.
Wow, did it again.
There's your chop top. That's a good looking rig, man. Yeah, people have asked me, you know, is it harder to do the crazy stuff or the subtle stuff? And I gotta say, it's all about the same mental bandwidth. You know, even though it's subtle, it may require twice as much thought. All it needed was everything.
The steering wheel's original.
That's true. They're all a kick to drive. Oh, yes. There we go. Forward, ho! On this party barge, you're 12 feet off the ground, and you're standing up piloting this massive machine.
Let me know when we're ready.
Here's the call from the basement. You can hear he's ready. Full ahead, put her in drive.
Here we go.
The last crazy request of like driving it on the roof, that was the clincher. That sealed the deal. I'm like, I've never done that. I can't wait.
Look, no hands, Mom. Driving a big 40-foot bus. Just sitting here.
Back her up.
This is awesome. This is awesome.
Looking at them side by side, it's like, hey, custom's custom. There's no way around it, you know? The mild or the wild. They're all cool. Around the world and back again. Taking a little field trip to Anaheim, California. One of the meccas for everything Volkswagen. It's EMPI Incorporated. They got all the parts for all the toys, and I finally get to take a look around. Oh boy.
Well, Ian, here it is, EMPI HQ.
This is like Mecca for the VW enthusiast. Met up with Corey, the marketing director for EMPI, and he's gonna give me a tour of the facility. Smells awesome in here. Smells just like all the best stuff. Walking in the door, this place is unreal. I think it's like 500 million square feet. There's cardboard boxes everywhere. They got pretty much everything if you're gonna restore or rebuild a Volkswagen. Yeah, back even when I was 15 years old, I'd be ordering stuff through the catalog, and this is where it came from. It came from here to my house.
I'm so stoked you're able to come out here. I know you're a big VW enthusiast, so welcome. And now our home is your home, and we're here to support your future builds.
Thanks, man. Look at this thing.
There you go.
I recognize this. The hot VW starter kit right there.
kit.
That's the first thing you do.
That's the bling to get you rolling.
Right off the bat, I see the old standard, the number one thing, the Volkswagen engine chrome dress-up kit. I think everyone in the world had to buy one of these at one time or another. Me, 15 years old, I walk into the store, right? So I got a car and I get to drive next year. It's like, I want this thing. I'm gonna put it on the engine. The VW Bug is like iconic. It's just like worldwide. And just the volume of product you see here proves that. People are still doing it to this day, like big time.
Well, Ian, this has to be your favorite part of the whole shop. This is where we make the magic and make things cool like you do. Like this here, this is our pushrod tubes that we turn in from the raw stock. So we take this raw stock material and we turn it into these beautiful works of art.
Oh yeah, cool.
And we do it all in-house.
What's going on here is not just, ship and pack. They manufacture parts here. They got their own workshop. They do R&D, engine building. They got a dyno shop, multiple CNC machines creating product right here.
These are some of our CNC heads. Look like it's one of our CNC ported heads that is just coming off the machine.
That's a lot of heads.
You take a quick look behind you, you've got about 3,000 of them ready for you to use.
That's what's going on up there. There's so many facets to this VW hobby. I mean, one thing that they're really into lately are these Class 11 race cars. Basically a VW Bug on steroids. There's one thing I love the most, is bouncing around in the desert.
This is the Class 11 cars here.
Yeah, and this thing is all business, man. It's so interesting when you see something on TV and you see cars racing, you don't understand the true grit that they go through. Yeah, these cars show they're freaking raced.
They're raced, they're rolled.
That's cool.
I got 24 stitches in my hand to show the proof that it happens.
Nice. The design of the vehicle, it's proven itself to be really off-road worthy. The engine in the back gives tremendous traction, and the way they were created, they're super durable.
The neat part about these cars and why we chose Class 11 to get back to our roots is that you can build this car from pretty much everything in our catalog, about 98%. This is all off-the-shelf items.
Fire it up, man. I gotta hear this
Let's
thing.
do it.
I've been really into desert lately since I moved out about 2 years ago, and I'm fascinated by all of it. So to see these cars, it's totally different than looking at them in a picture in a magazine. This one will give Herbie the Love Bug a run for its money.
Oh, heck yeah.
This thing's all business. I'd love to take one of these out for a freaking burn. One of the main reasons Corey called me down here was because they have a podcast. He thought it was a perfect opportunity to have a live chat.
Let's do what we came here for. Let's go talk about the insider and let people know what goes on behind the scenes with Ian.
Yeah, everybody's always asking me a million questions. It'd be interesting to get online and see what they are.
Well, let's have some fun.
Right on.
Well, guys, we are live for one of the most requested episodes of the EMPI Insider to date. And I'm stoked. We have the dude, the man, the myth, the creative genius and mastermind, Ian Roussel.
Glad to be here. This whole thing is called Ask Ian, so Corey invited me to his podcast, the EMPI Insider, find out what the people are asking.
You're like that guy, that mysterious superhero. People want to know about you, about how you got started.
I'm all ears. Let me know what you want to know.
Well, how did the love for the Volkswagen, because everybody sees it, but how did you get to fall in love with that little car?
I'm really not 100% sure, but my grandmother had one. I'm 14 years old. And my dad's like, yeah, whatever. If you can get that running by the time you're 16, you got a car to drive. I would read everything. I go to the library, read. I read the How to Keep Your VW Alive for the Complete Idiot. I read that thing cover to cover multiple times.
There was like a moment that you can recall that triggered you say, hey, I'm gonna go this pathway now, this car building.
Well, I was messing around in my parents' garage all growing up, and I had a decent job in construction, Union, New York City, and I saw the ironworkers welding, and I was like, that is freaking cool. It's like, I want to weld. All of a sudden, I'm fixing my buddies' cars, doing this and that, and my dream was to move to California, so I really did just leap of faith. I just moved out here, rented a shop, started doing it.
Oh, it's awesome.
It's really interesting to actually have this conversation because it brings up things that I wasn't even thinking about.
One says, Ian, have you ever offered any type of training classes and stuff like that?
I would do it, but I don't really know any, like how would I format it? How would I, schedule the time? What would I really show? I went to welding school, I got certified, and I recommend that for everyone. More than giving classes, like why not just get out there and try something and mess it up?
What would you tell somebody that's a inspiring car builder or just somebody that's in it, just go out and try it and it's okay to mess up,
My first VW Bug was rotten. I pop riveted that thing together with a bunch of galvanized tin and figured that wasn't the right way to do it. The car fell apart, but I tried it.
Brazil's checking in, Australia checking in, Hawaii.
Man, I had no idea the global audience. I mean, thanks to everybody for enjoying the show so much. I couldn't have expected all this. It's pretty wild to be in a live global audience. I'm getting requests and questions from every place you could think of, The internet is amazing.
What's Ian's favorite VW build of all time?
Out of my stable or of all time?
Your build.
I mean, the Johnny 5, the little truck, it's not even really a Volkswagen, but I think that is my favorite. The funky Futura from Ventura, that crazy blue buggy. That's really nuts. So that would be more VW. But yeah, it's one of those two. They're kind of tied.
Because you're turning and burning them. But is there ever just that one you're just like, I just wish I would have kept it? Or is there that one that got away kind of vibe?
Nope. The answer is no.
Johnny Jalopy chiming in.
Uh-oh, watch out for that guy.
Will you be collaborating with Johnny Jalopy again? He just asked.
I sure hope so. I've been tossing ideas at him text message wise. We got a lot of stuff we've been talking about, so let's see.
One gentleman saying started his build on his 1953 Dodge truck just because of you. So
I get a lot of that, and I'm glad to be that kind of inspiration. Because what you see on the show, really, that's just freaking do it. Just get in there and try something.
Ian is the best damn mad scientist when it comes to metalwork. Yeah,
Thank you.
Was there a certain builder that you just really enjoyed or kind of watched that?
Oh, Ed Roth, hands down.
Really?
Yeah, I mean, so many people from Southern California, but I mean, when I saw the Ratfink thing and learned more about this dude, I'm like, far out. That's who I want to be when I grow up.
What do you think's a good tip for somebody to kind of, besides just getting out and starting and trying, but how do you set yourself apart from somebody else when you're building?
Just follow your heart. Just do what your soul believes. Yeah, I gotta say, first time in my life, people are asking for advice. It's like, what? Like I know what I'm doing? Just go out there, figure it out. I don't know.
John Mead chiming in said, did you bring the shop inspector with you?
Everyone has asked that question, and no, the shop inspector is not good around people. He's a freaking animal. He will lick you. He doesn't follow orders. As usual, the number one question, where's the shop inspector? We've covered this. He's always at home. He's protecting the turf.
We have got to collaborate on a build some way, shape, or form, but it's got to be something just different. So
I got a couple ideas. Corey brought up in our discussion was the opportunity for collaboration. And I'm like, yeah, that's not going to take a lot of convincing. Duh. Count me in.
Ian Russell, Full Custom Garage, thank you.